my screen? So now you are able to see my screen all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, before starting Power BI, first we need to understand that what is Power BI and why we need the Power BI in our working criteria. Okay. So actually Power BI is just a tool for Microsoft. Okay. So like Microsoft has Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Access, these kind of tools. So like the same way, Power BI is a Microsoft Access tool. Okay, and Power BI is just a machine tool. It means it does not have its own sense in the system. Like Power BI is just like a machine, and it always need some sources. Okay, some sources means some data. Okay, like some engine, some fuel, this kind of data they need into the Power BI. So from where we get the resources or from where we get the data, there is a multiple sources into Power BI, because as compared to any other tool like Excel, okay, and PowerPoint, Access, any other tool related to like Tableau, any other in ATL tool related to Informatica, this kind of tool. So we are using a Power BI because it is just usable as well as easy usable as compared to other tools, and it is very understandable, has some understanding manner. So this is the one main tool that is Power BI is using for the data sources connection, as well as to automate your report in just one go. It means when you work on a Power BI desktop, first one, like in a first month, suppose in the month of Jan, if you create one of the report for the month of Jan, okay, so no need to create the report from the February onwards. Your report will be automatically, so after that you need to just refresh and doing some changes on the measures or calculated columns, and then your report will be ready. Okay, so that is the reason to use a Power BI desktop. So now in my screen, it is a Power BI screen pane. Like see, there is a many like tabs, home tab, insert, modeling, view, help, this kind of tabs is there. And then there is a three tools, three panes, which is written. First one is a report pane, in which you are making the visualization like charts, graphs, pie charts, cards, numerical data, written data. Okay, this kind of table presentation when you do only in the report view. And second one is a table data field, means when you connect your data or connect your any sources of data like SAP, Tally, server, and Excel file, CSV file, PDF. I will tell you in later that how many sources you can connect into the Power BI. So you, when you connect any sources into the Power BI, then the data reflected here. And third one is modeling. Modeling a relationship is a tool related to, suppose when you work in you and Excel. Okay, so in Excel, suppose if you have a multiple files, one file is for sales data, one file is for product categories, second is for countries, or third is for state, this kind of. So you have a multiple different file. Okay, so in Power BI you can connect a different file into the one location, and you need to just connect your file by making the slice and dice to the one fact table to a dim table. Okay, like in Excel, when you use the VLOOKUP function, VLOOKUP is a very daily usable function in every Excel user, because VLOOKUP is connect your cell to the another cell. It means VLOOKUP is connected with the cell reference. But here, when we using the modeling, it will also work as a VLOOKUP as a table reference. Means if we connect once a sales table to the product table, then if we need to do anything with the product table, then we can automatically do with the sales table. It means the table is connected toward the one of the common factor between those tables. Okay, so after that, when we have the all the data set, all the modeling, and that we have to maintain a report, then After the report is making a good or as per your requirement, then we need to publish our report into the Power BI server. Means server is a location where you need to access your data or access your modeling, access your dashboard at anywhere, anytime without the option of Power BI desktop in your laptop. Okay, so Power BI service is opening on as a web version, so you can directly open Google and your web version is ready. Like this, I will show you. Like this. Just a minute, I will log in this one. Well, I have secured my user because no one can hack the site because I have multiple dashboards to maintain the company's profile. See, this kind of a web version you have after the server getting. Okay, so there is a your workspace related to like this. See, when you're making the any reports into the Power BI desktop, like here, okay. So if you have any like paid version in your company, when you're working in your company, then you need to just click on to the publish and your report will be automatically published into the web version like this. And you have changes your report as per your requirement or share your report to the different user. Okay, suppose in your company you have making the report for only the financials person, then you can only share your report to the some of the financial person as well as and share the report into the teams as well as then you can suppose if you have a meeting to discuss something related to total revenue, total cost, total profit, this kind of meeting, if you have to discuss the Power BI that what are the scenario you have to maintain for this report, so then you can share your report as according to your needs. Okay, I will tell you in later complete that how to share a report, what are the securities to sharing, like who access your report, okay, in the team, or what are the security you have or what are the security the person have who have you shared. Okay, so these kind of things we are done into the Power BI. So now this is our just a Power BI pane. And now we have one data set. Okay, like I have one tool regarding the where we where we do the needful raw data we have. Like see, in the one of the software I pull out my report into the CSV file. Like here is a fast food restaurant detail we have for United States. Okay, so there is a date, address, category, city, country, latitude, longitude, this kind of details we have in our set SAP. And then we have extract the report into the CSV file because and this kind of report we have extracted from SAP. So now see, this is our data, and see the data is not into the cleanest form or not into the any formatting done, but you don't need to do anything into the Excel. You have done only to the into the direct into the Power BI. Okay, that is the main reason to Power BI use that you don't need to do anything into your background. You just pull out your report from any software and directly connected to the Power BI, and you need to change anything into the Power BI. There is a multiple steps that how to do changes or how to do this kind of formatting into the Power BI. Okay, so let me show you. First, we have there is a multiple things into the Power BI. Okay, the 7 pillars. Power. So, so what are the 7 pillars? Number first is extraction of data. The extraction of data is what that when you connected your sources from multiple sources, like there is a Excel, CSV, PDF, server, SAP, Tally. ERP, Oracle, directly from Access, Microsoft Access. So these kind of things, when you connected your sources, this kind of things called as extraction of data or import of data. Okay, so I will write down here for extraction or import of data. So how to extract? See, there is an option here, get data. So you can click over there and see there is a multiple sources. Like you can connect your data from Excel source, Power BI data set. Suppose if you have a Power BI data set server, then you can directly connect with the Power BI data set. Power BI data flow, Dataverse, SQL server, analyze service, text and CSV file, as well as directly from web also. I will show you in further classes that how to connect your Power BI report directly from web as well as. Okay, so there is a one more blank query. Blank query means you have to connect, you have to create your table into the Power BI directly on your own. And there's some template in Power BI apps. Okay, then you can click on more and see there is a hundred of items or hundred of sources from where you can connect your data into the Power BI. So our first step is extraction of data, and it will take maybe one just minutes to extract all the sources, because there is a hundred of sources to connect the data. Will give some time. See, there is a multiple sources of data. One is Excel, text and CSV, XML file, JSON file, folder. You can directly, suppose in your folder, if you have a hundred of Excel file, then you can directly connect your folder and pull out all the Excel file into just one go. Okay. And PDF also, if you have one PDF in which your data into the tabular or some other format, then you can directly import your PDF as well as SharePoints, SQL, Access database. Okay, so there is a multiple sources in which you have connected. See, QuickBooks, there is an Indian accounting software. LinkedIn Sales, it's a tabular presentation of sales data into the LinkedIn. Okay, so there is the Azure Dynamic NAV, Dynamic Microsoft Exchange Online, this kind of server or this kind of Power BI data set. So this kind of see the total of hundred of sources. Okay, you can directly connect your Microsoft team as well as, suppose if you have data into the Microsoft team, then you directly connected with the Microsoft team data as well as. Okay, so there is a multiple sources. So there is a first step to extraction of data. Suppose right now I have one file in Excel CSV, then I click on there and click on connect. Okay, so then it will go to the folder in which our Excel file is there. So I will connect the file like section. This one is my Excel or CSV file. Then I connect this one and click on open. So when I click on open, see it will give us that connecting your file is maybe ready into just one or two go, and it will showing, see there is a full things like column one, the same as in Excel. See, the same as in Excel, it will show in same way. So right now there is a three option here. First one is load, second one is transform, and third one is cancel. Okay. So cancel is used when, suppose if you pull out or if you import anything with the wrong. Okay. Suppose you don't need to import this file only. You have to import other file. Then you have to cancel this and import again the same next file. And transform. Transform means when you're making any changes in your file, in your data, like see there is a, these are the columns which is unwanted, because for making a report we don't need this kind of column, we don't need a blank column, because your report into the cleanest way. So that kind of transformation when you do into the Power BI, there is a new window open into the transform query. Okay, and third one is load. Load is using there, suppose when your data into the cleanest form, sometimes you have maintained, sometimes suppose in Excel you have a data set and you don't need to do anything with the transformation or anything to editing, then you can directly load the data into the Power BI, and it will take some time according to your data size. Like if your data has a low size, then your, it will take some more time, otherwise it will take some 10 to 15 minutes to load the data. Okay, so now first I will use the transform because I need to clean the data first and then will load the data into the Power BI. So when I click on the transform, there is a new window open, the name as Power Query Editor. Okay, so Power Query Editor is a window in which, like, it is the same as a kitchen. Kitchen means, suppose when you are making some of the dishes, okay, then kitchen is used to maintain that dishes into the cleanest way, like, okay, so that is the Power BI kitchen is to use or to maintain, give the multiple sources, okay, like multiple option to give the transport reverse row, this kind of unfavored or this kind of filter we have, so that we can create our data into the cleanest form, into the tabular form, and then we can load the data into the Power BI directly. So now see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We don't need this kind of column. But in Excel, if we don't need this kind of column, how to remove? We just click over there and select all the 5 rows, okay, and click over there and delete like this in Excel. But in Power BI, how to do? That is the same thing. Same thing we done in Excel and same thing done we in the Power BI, but there's a difference. Like if we want to remove a 5 row, there is an option here. See, at reduce row, we have an option here. Home tab under the reduce row, remove rows. Okay. So how to remove rows? Click on remove and there is an option. Remove top rows, remove bottom rows, remove alternative rows, remove duplicates, remove blank or remove add. Okay. So first we have to remove the top because it's a top row, then we can click on the top row. Okay, so it will ask you that how many row you want to delete. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, how many row you want to delete. So right now we want 1 2 3 4 and 5, then we click on 5 and okay. See, when you click on 5 and OK, your unwanted row has been deleted and your step is recorded there. Like your last step is this one. And when you click on the next step, your step is recorded there and your data into the clean. Suppose in Excel, I will show you with you. Like suppose right now I will delete this one. Okay, but there is a no any steps recorded into Excel. So if you need this back, how to do? Control Z. Okay, but what is the option if we suppose if we remove the wrong column or wrong rows? Okay, then how to get back? There is an option here is this one. When you click over this one, see your row is back. You don't need to option for a control Z. So this question into the as well as an interview question, that when you remove the unwanted column or unwanted row, if you need to get back those row, what is the option? You need to control Z or anything? No, you need to just tell your interviewer or your scenario that we need to just remove the last step from the applied steps, and the unwanted column which we already removed, it will get back into just one click. Okay, any doubt till here? Anyone? If you have any doubt,
Sir,
yeah.
can you repeat again?
Okay, yeah, sure. See, in the Power BI, when you remove these kind of things like 1 2 3 4 5, okay, these 5 columns, so there is an option here. What is the option? To remove row. Okay, see, here is a when you drag the remove row, choose the row you want to remove. So how many row you want to remove? First you click over there and remove top row, because right now we have a unwanted row into the top. Then we have to use the how many row we want to delete. You can click over number here only, like top 5. So you need to just click on OK and your top 5 remove rows is removed from your data set. Okay, not from Excel. Okay, not from Excel remove, only remove from your Power BI. It means suppose every time when your report connected with your server, and you can pull out your report from Excel or CSV in this format. You don't need to remove every time. You not just need to remove just one time only, and for the next month, your Power BI is automatically remove your first 5 row, whether it's have a data or whether it's have a no data. Okay, because when you pull out your report, your format is same every time your format is same when you pull out any report from any server or any location or any other software like SAP, Tally, or any other software, your report presentation is the same every time. Okay, so see, we have to remove those column, and second thing now we have to done. See, the header is a column 1, column 2, column 3, but also we our data has a header, date, address, category. So what we need to make to our data as a header, suppose into the Excel, if we need to this one into the as a header, then how to we do? First we need to just click over there and press Control T. Okay, press Control T and enter. See, your data become your header in Excel. But why? What is doing to the Power BI? Okay, so Power BI has one click option. See, under the data transform query, data type, use first row as a header. Means first row they using as a header. Okay, so you have to just click over there, use first row as a header, and see your first row become a header. Okay, so that is the beauty of your Power BI, because in the Power BI we have to maintain our data into the cleanest form as soon as just a click version. You don't need to just enter your anything like delete or remove, or if you want that deletion of back, then you can also back your deletion, and there is every steps we are done into our data. It is recorded here, applied steps. Okay, and what is into the Power BI property? So property is a use of your table name. That what is your table name? Fast food restaurant. Okay, so there is a table name and the name is a fast food restaurant, and there is a applied steps which we do into the transform query. Right now, see, transform query has a many things to do, but right now we are done with just two things. Number first is to remove the unwanted top rows, and number second is use the first row as a header. So our second step is in the pillars is transformation. Okay, second step is transformation of data in Power Query. In Power Query, and we have done a two things today. What first is unwanted rows delete, and second first row as a. Okay, so these two steps we are done, and now our report is ready to load into the Power BI. Then we click on the Home tab, and there is an option here is a close and apply, apply and close. So you need to just always do a close and apply, means your Power Query editor window is closed, and apply means your data and load into the Power BI directly. See, when you click on close and apply, it will give your data load into the Power BI. See, first we do the extract from Power BI, and then we have to load the data into the Power BI. See, it will take as per your data type, say 2 KB, 1.37, and it will also decrease your size as well as. Okay, so there is a one error related to one of the loaded query contain error. So then we can click over the view error and see the what is the error is showing. Okay, so now we are going to transform. The new window is open, and see what are the error. The date is showing the error because date have a date column. That is the reason to show the error. Now we have to change the data set into the date, and now you have to just click and close and apply. Now our date is ready to maintain. Now the second thing, your data is ready. Like everything, like in the data module, every column you have gen, address, category, city, country, this kind of data you have into Excel. It's automatically import into the Power BI. Now we have to changes or we have to make the reports on the basis of this data. Okay, so now we have a date, this one, address, category, city, country, latitude, this kind of data into the Excel. Now we have a into the Power BI. And the third things, we have a modeling. Okay, so modeling is used. Number third, number third pillar is modeling relationship. So modeling a relationship used to connect the multiple file, connect the multiple file, and there is a multiple file name is fact table, lookup table. There is a two types of table. Okay, so what is a fact table and what is a lookup table? See, fact table is a table in which you have a total number of transactions during a year or during a month or during a day. Okay. But what is into the lookup table? Into the lookup table, you have a reference or you have a unique value. Suppose in the fast food restaurant, you have a daily, suppose 1000 of quantity sold. So there is a 1000 of quantity sold. Suppose there is an 800 of transaction for a 1000 of quantity. It means the 800 customer, sorry, not 800 customer, 800 transaction done into the Power BI restaurant per day. But sometimes the customer is duplicate as well. As suppose the name Harsh. Okay, so Harsh go into the fast food restaurant morning as well as afternoon as well as and evening as well as and night as well as, means four times. And in the morning time I will purchase a 10 quantity, afternoon time I will purchase 10, and evening 10 and night 10. It means the total quantity I have purchased from a restaurant is 40. And how many times? Four times. Means my name into the Power BI restaurant is showing only just once, but my transaction into the fast food restaurant showing for four times. Okay, so that is the reason that fact table contain all the data from my name, but the lookup table is contained only just once in my name. Okay, so Harsh is doing purchase into the fast food restaurant for four times, but my name into the lookup table is just once because my name is depend on the number of transactions. So there is a reason to connect the fact table and dim table. That fact table has a many sources of data or many number of transaction, but dim table or lookup table have only the unique value of the transaction. So right now in the fast food restaurant, this is our just a fact table. What if you don't have any fact table? Okay, what if you don't have any lookup table in your data? If you don't have any lookup table in your data, then you have to connect the lookup table by the measure. Okay, so what is the lookup table here? Right now I will not create a lookup table because lookup table is some of the second part in our data. So right now we have a date, address, category, this kind of data. And now our fourth step is to start, and the fourth step is calculated column and measure. This is our fourth step. And fifth step is visualization, means to create a report. Create a report. Okay. So fourth and fifth doing a simultaneously and one by one again and again. So our fourth step is to maintain some of the function or some of the post calculated measure or calculated column. See, in our data, we have just the total cost. See, cost of product, direct cost, indirect cost, and delivery cost. But we don't have any column for these total costs, means the sum of the all the cost. We don't have. Second thing, revenue. It means it is a gross revenue, and we have a discount column as well as. So we need to just click the net revenue and find the profit as well as find the profit percentage as well as. So these kind of things we have to found. Okay, but in Excel, suppose if you are doing work in Excel, okay, so how to found a total cost? You need to just sum this one. Okay, how to found a net revenue? This one minus this one, net revenue. So net revenue minus total cost is equal to your profit, and profit divided by revenue is equal to your profit percentage. So these four columns we have used by total calculated column as well as and calculated measure as well as. Before that, I will show you one good thing for Power BI. First, you have to save your file. Right now, I save my file. Okay, and see the data set. Into the data set, see your Excel file size is 1403, whether your Power BI file size is 681. So there is a one more benefit to use a Power BI because it will reduce your data size as well. Okay, the same number of column we have or same number of data we have in Excel as well as in Power BI, but in Power BI your file size is almost half. Okay, so there is a one more reason to use a Power BI file for this. So now into the Power BI, we have one more thing, calculated column or calculated measure. So how to calculate total cost? So there is a table tool. We have three, four things, new measure, quick measure, new column and new table. Okay. So we have to click a new column because we need to new column. So click over new column. Okay. And when you click over the new column, it will give you the column, and then you need to select the column name as per your name. Suppose right now we need a total cost. Okay, so total cost, how to total cost of product, direct cost, indirect cost and delivery. So you can directly do the thing, cost of product plus direct cost plus indirect cost and plus delivery cost. Okay, these all things you have done plus, and then click on just enter. See your column is ready as a total cost, and your column is complete, and it will include, see, 50 plus 15 is 65 plus 12 77 and 6 83. So your total cost is 83, and it will give the data as per the row wise, means 83 83 75. This kind of working we have done into the Power BI. So total cost is done. Now new column we have to add, because right now we need a gross revenue. This is the gross revenue. Now we need a net revenue. So for net revenue, we use a subtract function. Like net revenue. Okay, so net revenue is from revenue minus discount. Click on enter. Your net revenue column is ready. Total cost and net revenue is ready. So tell me, any doubt in these two columns or till here? Any doubt, anyone? Hemlata, Jasmeet, any doubt?
No, sir.
Sir,
If you have
could you
any,
please repeat?
yeah,
Could you
tell
please
me.
repeat once again?
Sorry.
No. Could you please repeat once again?
Okay. See, when we click on the total cost, it will increase. They see the total cost. We have a cost of product, direct cost, indirect cost, delivery cost. So you need to just sum those four column and click on enter. So total cost is ready. As a net revenue, like revenue minus discount is your net revenue is ready. So the meeting will be over in just 1 minute. Okay. So then you can join meeting again after the 1 minute. Okay, join the meeting again in just 1 minute. Like when the meeting is
Same
disconnected.
link.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whether
so
we can use same link.
the same link you have. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the same link you have. Just connect meeting again. Okay.